Another episode, Food Community Podcast. Got the legendary Reverie in the building.
What's up, fools?
Yeah. Hey, appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's been a while since the last time I seen you.
Uh-huh.
It feels like almost a year.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was in 2023.
I feel like since then a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
A lot for sure has happened.
Yeah. A lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of in between, huh?
A lot in between for sure. I know you're still living your life though. I know you just came back from Thailand.
Yes, I was in Thailand for 2 weeks.
2 weeks is crazy.
It is a long
2
time.
weeks is a lot.
And I work really hard, so I like to let myself let loose, and enjoy.
It's deserving.
Yeah, it is, right?
For sure.
Can't just be slaving away just to slave away.
You do be moving around a lot though. And I kind of want to get into that, right? Because you're one of the few Latina artists out here in California, to my knowledge, who, and I don't feel like this gets highlighted enough, is like you be touring in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, how did that even happen?
So I've done 20 European tours in the last 11 years of my career. So I attribute it all to the internet and my networking skills, my talent, my passion, my obsession. So I have an international audience, and it's taken me to 28 countries now. So, and also 37 states. So I think that's a big deal, and I know that I'm breaking a lot of barriers, and I'm opening a lot of doors for other Latino artists, and I'm very honored to be doing that and always representing the land everywhere I go,
You do be repping LA hard, for sure. Or the West Coast, should I say. In your videos, you do be talking about the West Coast a lot.
I always make sure to show love to where I'm from and to represent. Like, everybody that knows me, I'm from LA. Like, there's no mistaking. Where's she from? Nobody asks that. Everybody knows where I'm from.
You for sure give love to the West, but do you feel like the West gives you love back?
Oh, yeah. I have so much love from the West Coast. Los Angeles has always shown me so much love. A lot of artists, they say that they don't get a lot of love in their hometown. And I understand what they're saying and where that's coming from. But I have always been fortunate that my hometown has always shown me so much love from the beginning and still till now. Like, when I have a show in LA, people come. Like, it's known by the promoters in Los Angeles that I sell tickets. A lot of people, they're big online and they have likes on Instagram, which is important too. But I have likes on Instagram, but also people will come to pay to see me perform time and time and time again. And that's a very different thing.
Yeah, no, fact. I feel like a lot of artists out today, it's a lot of hype surrounding them on social media.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking if you get love in the West because I know sometimes you be getting a lot of hate too.
Oh, I definitely get a lot of hate.
You for sure get a lot of hate.
That's another question.
So, but you feel like it's more love than hate though.
I definitely feel like it's more love than hate from Los Angeles. For sure. There's no doubt about it. Like, the stats don't lie.
Yeah.
The people buying my merchandise, the people that come to my meet and greets, the people that are bumping my music, the platforms that show me love, like, there's no mistake. I get lots of love from LA.
Going back to artists getting hype, but them not getting booked for shows. So you do get hype on Instagram too. You got a pretty major following on the gram, and on the gram, I know you got a large following. What is it that you do that you don't really have hype, but you actually get booked for these shows? Is it your catalog? Is it like your networking? What is it about you that you actually get booked and it's just not hype?
What? So you're saying I don't have hype online?
No, you do get hype.
Okay.
But I'm saying, like earlier, we had to mention that there's artists who get hype, but they don't be getting booked. I feel like you got the hype and you get booked. So what is it about you that you don't only not just get hype, but you get booked?
I feel like I'm really big on wherever you water the grass, it's going to grow, And I feel like a lot of people just water their Instagram. And if you go to their Spotify, they don't have a lot of streams. They don't have any followers on Spotify, and they also can't do a show outside of LA or even in LA, and I think that's because people don't put enough consistency into touring. Touring is like anything else in life. If you are consistent at it, it's going to grow, and if you fall off of it, it's going to let you fall off of it. You know what I'm saying? And I have committed the last 10 years of my life to touring. In the beginning, I had to throw my own shows. I was booking the shows myself. I was renting the tour van. I was booking the acts. I was looking up the venues. I was investing my money to buy the sound system, to pay the DJ, to print out tickets, to make street teams. Like, I did that for a couple years because nobody would book me. And I saw everybody getting booked. And this was 10 years ago, and I felt so entitled.
This was 2014, 13, more or less?
Yeah. And I felt so entitled, like, oh, I'm dope. I get more views on YouTube. How come people don't book me? Like, I thought it was just about the talent back then. I was very naive, But I quickly realized that nobody was coming to save me. And if I wanted to do tours, I was just going to book on myself. After I did that for a couple years, people started booking me. And then I just kept doing it since then. And now like I said, I've been to 28 countries and 37 states.
When you were booking your own shows, how long were you in the red up until you started seeing some profit?
I would say as soon as I started booking my shows myself, the red was gone.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because when I was just starting and people were offering to hire me for a show, they would fuck me. They would be like, oh, you're going to get half the sales of the door. And then at the end of the night, when I brought, let's say, 20 people, if I get half of 20 people paying $15, $7 a person, whatever, $140, right? That's cool. But then, and this was 10 years ago, so it was probably $200 or something, which is still cool. That's cool to do what you love. To get paid a dollar to do what you love is great. But then they will be like, oh, I have to pay the DJ. Oh, I have to pay the door girl. Oh, and now they're giving me like $40. And after that happened a couple times, the first time I was like, oh, okay. And the second time it happened, I was like, wait a minute. Don't fuck with me. You're trying to fuck me now. I'm going to do this shit myself. It's not rocket science to throw a show at that level, at that small level, you know? So I started doing it myself. And immediately I was making money. I was throwing shows in backyards. And I'm not talking about thousands of dollars. But it was just a few $100s at first, you know? But then it started turning into thousands of dollars. And I'm like, oh, shit. And now I'm getting booked for thousands of dollars. And so it was definitely a progression. It was not an overnight thing. It was, like I said, that's years of the process, right? Yeah. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that ability to stay obsessed with something so long till it works, because people think that they're going to get rich and famous in a year, but that doesn't happen to anyone. That happens to like the rare person that goes viral, but you're not going to be that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
When you had gone through that, the promoters pretty much not giving you the money they had promised, was that your first glimpse of seeing how shady the music business could be? Or did you already have instances prior to that?
I already had instances prior to that to seeing how shady the business was, but it was just very little. Like, for example, I remember when I first started, I would steal beats from YouTube because it was before everybody made beats and before anybody wanted to fuck with me. Nobody wanted to give me beats. I didn't even know anybody who made beats. I was a nobody, you know? So I would just steal beats on YouTube. But I remember that one time a guy gave me a couple beats, and then later on we found out that he stole them from someone else. So that was just a little instance of, you know, me being like, what? That's crazy. People do that. That's weird, you know? Or like artists becoming jealous of me. Artists that when I first started out, when we were in the same playing level, it was all good and it was all love, you know? And then when they see me start to rap fast, or when they see me start to work with so-and-so and seeing the jealousy coming over their eyes, you know, that was all kind of happening at the same time in the very beginning. Yeah. And that still happens.
What do you think is because you've been in the game for a real long time, what do you think is, to you, what's the most shadiest experience you've had to deal with being in the music business? If you could speak on it.
I'm like, do I want to speak on it?
Or maybe you can give the people or artists some type of red flags to look for. Maybe some you've gone through.
There's a lot of really bad things that I've gone through being in this industry, for sure. There's a long list, and I don't usually talk about it online because of various reasons, you know. And I would say that I would tell artists to just follow your gut. I would say following your gut is really important. If something feels off, if you're uneasy around someone, if you're confused about something someone's doing, those are all signs that you're getting fucked. So don't give people the benefit of the doubt. Giving people the benefit of the doubt is the worst thing you could do in the music industry. People are fucking shady, and not everybody. Most people are cool in the music industry. That's been my experience.
That's unfortunate because, I mean, a lot of people do give the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. You know?
I hate that saying, and the older I get, the more I'm like, when I have kids, I'm going to teach them, don't give people the benefit of the doubt. People don't deserve the benefit of the doubt.
You're a strong believer in that.
I am a strong believer in that.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
I don't think anybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. I think that we are taught to give people too many chances. We are taught to not trust our gut. We are taught to play devil's advocate and ignore red flags and not listen to our intuition. And every single time I've done that in my life, I've gotten fucked. And so has everybody else. I don't know why people tell people that, oh, give them another chance. Oh, she didn't mean it. She was just drunk. No. People know what they're doing. People know what they're doing. Once you're past 21, you know what you're fucking doing, 25, everything's developed in your brain.
Right.
People know exactly what they're doing, and they know how to play dumb, too. People know how to play dumb.
That's
People
true.
know how to play caring. People know how to play, non-judgmental. I'm not a complainer. And then they want to use it against you later. People want to play, I know what I'm doing. I know so-and-so. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I got you. People are plotting, and there's nothing wrong with an even exchange. Relationships have to be reciprocal. Everything is transactional. That's cool. I'm not talking about on that. But there's some people that are going to take advantage of your resources, take advantage of your kindness, and abuse you.
Facts.
And we have to look out for that. So that's why I say people don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. If I see something, that's what the fuck I see. And I don't want anybody to tell me otherwise.
So with that being said, you don't believe in second chances then?
I don't know.
Now?
No.
So it seems like something happened to kind of change your mind, because it seemed like you were open to giving second chances.
Yeah. I used to give a million chances. I'll tell you that about myself. And that's that's more in my personal life. But when your work is your whole life, a lot of people from your work life become intertwined to your personal life. You know what I'm saying? And I, in the past, have given people that I love too many chances. And when you are too nice to certain people, they'll start taking it for granted. They'll start expecting it. They'll start abusing it. They'll start just treating you nasty, and I am always so empathetic with people. Oh, he's going through a hard time. Oh, she just lost her so-and-so. Oh, he's, I'm always like making excuses for people. But now I'm really trying to break away from that, because I'm realizing that stems from my childhood. Because when I grew up in my household, I was getting beat by the same person that was feeding me. You know what I'm saying? So my perception of love is tied in with a lot of abuse and toxicity and being taken advantage of and being hit mentally and physically. And you know what I mean? Like, it just gets all over the place. And that's things that I'm learning as I'm becoming older and wiser and more experienced. So I'm trying to apply that more. I'm like, you know what? Love shouldn't come with abuse. Love shouldn't come with stress. Love shouldn't come with confusion. And I know that because I have a lot of people in my life that I've had in my life for decades that don't give me those problems. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to learn how to be more selective and also cutting people off before they get the second chance.
So what happened in your life that pretty much changed you or changed your mind from giving people second chances?
I don't like giving people second chances anymore, because everybody that I've given a second chance to has fucked me over.
Again.
Yeah. And again and again and again. That's why. Yeah.
And this is beyond music, right? This is just on some real life shit, right?
This is mostly in real life shit.
Yeah.
But it's easier for me in the industry to cut people off. Like, I don't have emotional connections to everybody I work with. You know what I mean? Like, especially at this point in my career. In this point in my career, almost everything I do is strategic. Almost everything I do has to make sense with the numbers. Almost everything I do is for getting to the next level of success rather than for passion. Like how it was 10 years ago when I was making music in my grandma's basement for fun. Because I don't have time. I don't have time to do music for fun. I don't have time to collaborate with so-and-so coming up because I see that they're dope. Like, it's not about that anymore. Like, this is how I make my living.
It's more so about responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to be more strategic now.
Going back to what you said about earlier, like you said, the people who took care of you used to beat you, right?
Yeah.
I know in your song, the legendary Reverie, like, I feel like when I listen to that song, I feel like it's a lot of like trauma dumping. Like,
yeah,
you talk like a lot about your trauma. You feel me?
It's a big trauma dump.
No, for sure. That's actually my favorite song from you.
Thank you.
You feel
that's
me?
a lot of people's favorite. I think that's one of the best songs I've ever written.
I feel like just because you're so vulnerable and open, a lot of people can relate to it. Me personally, I relate to it because when you start talking about abusing drugs, like I kind of had to cope through that because, you know, when you go through real life problems, you kind of take to drugs to cope with that, right?
If you have not been taught how to cope with your problems otherwise. Yes, which I have not. Had not. It's kind of still in between.
When you were making that song, the legendary Reverie, like as you're making it, was it kind of like, were you kind of like in an emotional state as you're making it? Because I could only imagine like you opening up like to the world about like real life shit that happened to you. Like it must like feel kind of like I don't know, like scary, you know? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how was that feeling making them type, not just that song, but them type of songs?
I would say that when I write songs like that, that's how I'm feeling. So when I'm saying I feel like doing this and that. 9 out of 10 times, that's really how I'm feeling in the moment. And I remember when I wrote the legendary Reverie, it was like 4 in the morning and I couldn't sleep. I have really bad sleeping problems. That's something about me.
I feel you on that.
Oh, yeah. So I couldn't sleep and it was 4 in the morning and I was just like obsessing over things that shouldn't be obsessing over. And also that when I wrote that song, there was like a massive school shooting. It was like another school shooting. And I was just so
The Uvalde one?
bothered by it. I don't know which one it was because there's so many now.
That's true.
But and also when I dropped the song, I wrote that song like 6 months to a year before I dropped it. So I don't remember which shooting it was, but I just remember there was a school shooting and I was really bothered by it. And at the time I was going through some bad personal stuff. So I was just feeling a lot of emotions and I was just thinking about like a lot of the dysfunctional decisions that I have made and that I was making at the time. And I was attributing them to my childhood because how your parents raise you is basically programming you for the rest of your life until you realize, if you're lucky, you realize that you can change those tendencies. So that's kind of where my headspace was at. I was all fucked up in the head and I was sober. I was a few months sober and I was just like thinking about drugs because I was like, I was coping with the pain and I was like, okay, shouldn't do drugs, but I'm just gonna make a song about it. You know? Yeah.
How are you these days though? Are you sober? Are you Cali sober? Are you good? How is Reverie's mental state in 2025?
In 2025, I'm coming out swinging.
That's right.
That's how I feel. Like right now, 2025, I'm starting the year like I feel powerful. I feel like I'm really learning my value this year.
And that's because why?
That's because I had last year an accountability coach all year. I finally have my first coach.
Oh, they have those, an accountability coach?
Yes. Shout
like
out
a
to
mentor
Alex.
or an actual, like that's what they're called, an accountability coach.
He calls himself my accountability coach. So he really has made me realize my value, like in business, in a business sense. And obviously my life is like my business. So I'm realizing more and more that I'm on this next level and that anybody who's going to interfere with where I'm going in my life and what I'm doing is going to get cut. And I'm feeling like anybody who doesn't appreciate my presence, anybody who doesn't appreciate my opportunities, anybody who doesn't appreciate my kindness and my genuinity is getting cut. And I feel like that's really how I feel like to put it in words. Like I'm coming out swinging this year. Like even like with my move and just I was in Thailand for 2 weeks.
That's
like
crazy.
This year is
fire,
popping
though.
off.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, like I feel strong right now. Yeah. And as far as like the drugs and shit, like that's not something I struggle with anymore. And I'm really, really proud to say that. And I will say that I do attribute it to the last few years of me experimenting with sobriety, learning how to
What do you mean?
cope with my emotions.
I don't mean to cut you off. When you say experimenting with sobriety, are you talking about just being in and out with like drugs? Like you're sober for a while and then you fuck around for a bit and then you go back sober? Or like, what do you mean by experimenting?
I mean that, but it doesn't have to be like hard drugs. I'm talking about even like weed and alcohol.
Yeah.
Like even that. Like I have gone like, I think I was sober for like almost 2 years, completely sober, even off weed and alcohol, for almost 2 years. And I started experimenting with sobriety, I think like in 2018 or 2019, because that was when I realized like, oh damn, like this is getting out of control.
What made you say that?
My life was spiraling out of control because I was starting to miss interviews and I was starting to miss studio sessions and I was starting to call off and reschedule frequently, like
not do what
once
you're supposed to
a
do.
week. Yeah. And like the thing is that I work for myself, so if I don't want to go to work tomorrow, I don't have
It's
to.
up to you, yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. Nobody's gonna fire me.
You got to be your own hardest critic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when that started happening frequently, I started to say like, oh shit, like this is getting out of control. This is not good.
And that's what caused you to pretty much
Yes.
thinking about, hey, I should get sober.
Yes. So since then, that was when I already knew I had a drug problem. I always knew I had a drug problem since I was a kid. But that was the era of my life where I said that I needed to get a hold on this drug problem.
And did you do that by yourself or did you seek help?
I seeked help. I went to a lot of AA meetings, a lot of NA meetings. I had lots of nice conversations with people in those rooms. I also started really diving into like self-help and psychology and listening to Jordan Peterson and Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra and watching lectures on psychology in Harvard and YouTube channel or whatever.
TED Talks and shit?
Yeah, TED Talks, all of that. And also I started working out more. That was also the beginning of me cutting off people that are toxic for me. That was like the beginning.
You feel like you getting sober kind of like cleared your mind and like open your eyes to these are the people I should cut off. This is what should I be doing?
Yes, because one of the really coolest things about being sober is that you feel how you feel. Because, you know, when you're smoking weed, sometimes you get upset and then you're like, oh my God, I just need to smoke. I just need to calm down. And then you're good. You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. That's how it was too. Or like, oh, I'm having such a stressful day at work. Oh, I just need to go to the bar afterwards and have a drink. Like, no, like maybe if you're stressed out at your job 5 days a week, you need to get a new job. You know, if things are making you say, oh, I can't wait to go do that drug or do this drink, or that's a sign that something needs to change. So when I got sober, I started feeling how I was really feeling. And I started feeling like, oh, damn, I cannot be around these people, like certain people. I can't be doing certain things. So that was really helpful for me and my mental state.
Going back to, you said you've been doing drugs like since you were young.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first started indulging?
The first time I got high off weed, I was like 12. And I think off alcohol too, I was 12. Do
you feel like weed is a gateway to other drugs?
I do not feel like weed is a gateway to other drugs. I feel like alcohol is a gateway to other drugs. I feel like most people that I've met in my life, when they smoke weed, they just smoke weed and they're just chill. I never heard somebody say, let's go do some cocaine after we smoke the blunt. You know what I mean? That's just been my personal.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, of course, maybe a rare occasion, but in general, alcohol is the thing that makes people want to go get coke, want to go get dope, want to go get in a fight. When one drug stops working, you start the next drug. And then when that drug stops working, you use the next drug. And eventually, you reach a point in time where the drugs stop working. And I don't mean that they don't get you high. I mean that they don't take away the pain anymore. And that's also why I got sober, because I got to this point where weed wasn't fixing my head anymore. Alcohol wasn't making me calm anymore. Cocaine wasn't making me feel numb anymore. And then I was stuck with myself, and none of these drugs are working anymore. Now what do? Well, I guess I got to figure my life out.
A lot of people who do drugs, they don't want to quit because they feel like if I quit drugs, like my life's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Right? You never feel that way? Like, keep it real. Like, you never feel like you being sober, like, damn, like, it'd be cool right now to spark up a blunt, or it'd be cool right now to go out for a drink or play with my nose, etc. Like,
of course.
You never get bored? Like, damn.
Of course I get bored. Of course I get bored.
Do you still deal with that?
But there's a bigger picture now. And there was a bigger picture back then, but I just wasn't fully committed to it. Of course I want to go get fucked up.
Even to this day?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
How long have you been sober?
I'm not sober right now.
Okay.
I take breaks when I need to or when I want to. When I move, I decided I'm going to go on a little break just to clear my mind. Yeah, I always say, like, I started experimenting with sobriety because that's really how it feels to me. Like, I was fucked up since I was, like, 14 years old until I was, like, 29. You know what I mean? Like, that's a long time. So when I started getting sober, I was like, oh, wow, this is, like, its own high in itself. Like, life is different when you're not on drugs. It's so different.
You're definitely more aware.
You're definitely more aware.
And talking to yourself in your head more.
Yes.
Well, I don't know me.
Yeah. But of course, I definitely get tempted. I get tempted all the time, you know, and especially living in this world. Like, I'm in the world of rap. Like, drugs and alcohol are around me all the time. It's easy. You know, it's crazy that I always tell people when I worked for the Home Depot, if I went to work drunk, I would get fired. But now when I go to work, people greet me with alcohol. They greet me with cocaine. They greet me with the blunt. They greet me whatever you want.
That's so real.
Whatever you want, it's here, you know, and it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. So it's difficult to be somebody who has struggled with addiction still in this world. But like I said, it's no longer a problem. And I'm very, very, very proud of myself for that because it was not easy.
That's right.
And I know a lot of people that have died by now. And a lot of people that have got lost in the sauce, threw their careers away because they didn't get help. Not because they didn't want to stop doing drugs. I hate when people act like people want to be all fucked up all the time. Oh, he just wants to be high. Oh, she just wants to get drunk. It's not that these people want to feel high. It's that they don't want to feel anything. Life is very overwhelming for all of us. So when someone is abusing drugs, it's because they're literally having a hard time with their reality. And I have compassion for those people. And I used to be that. And sometimes I still am that.
Do you feel like you had to take that avenue to start indulging with drugs because of the environment that you grew up in Northeast LA, or was it more so because of the problems that you had in your life?
It was for sure more so the problems that I had in my life, because I grew up in Northeast LA and I had a crazy childhood and I did all these crazy things. But not everybody that grew up in Northeast LA lived like that.
Yeah.
It's a very small minority of kids that were doing the things that me and my brothers were doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the...
Which were? Just being in the streets?
Just being in the streets.
Yeah.
Doing hood shit.
Type shit.
Putting up graffiti. Kicking it with the gang. Doing drugs.
Yeah.
Getting arrested. Getting
Kicking it.
fucking shot at. You know, I've been fucking survived attempted murders and all that. And, you know, and that's not a regular occurrence for everybody that grows up in Northeast LA.
Have you spoke about this before? Surviving an attempted murder?
A little bit.
Can you speak on that at all, or no? Like, what do you mean? How old were you when this happened?
It was all in my teenage years. Like, the first time, I think I was probably like 15. And, yeah, I got, I was just kicking it. Hold on. I was just kicking it, roaming the streets with my homies, you know, and then somebody spotted us and we just started running and we all split up and I just got dumped at, you know, and I was with my little brother and I saw like the bullets flying by me like Matrix. And you just like freeze. Like you think you're gonna duck, you think you're gonna run more, you think you're gonna, you don't do any of that, you freeze.
Even though you saw, because those bullets are coming at you fast, do you still remember like if it was slow motion?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the car opening and the guy getting out with a black shirt and a black bandana and a black gun.
At you?
Yeah, at me and my brother. And then another time...
Wait, hold up. Before we go there, did you end up getting shot or no?
I didn't get shot, thank God, and neither did my brother. We were both all right. But a lot of people that I grew up with have gotten killed. And my brother did see somebody get shot before when he was like 9 years old or something. And he was like in and out of juvenile hall starting at, I think, like at age 10. And he did a lot of time in juvenile hall. And so did my other brother, Loudon. We were just really lost in the sauce, you know. We just didn't have enough guidance. And our parents loved us. And my mom did the best she could, you know. But ultimately, if you don't guide your kid enough, they're going to go places that you don't want them to go.
And the second time, what happened there? The second time you got shot at?
The second time I got shot at, I was doing a piece. I was painting in the river on a wall. And then somebody just started dumping at me.
No way.
Yeah.
Just like that? No reason?
I mean, because it was me. They saw Reverie on the wall being painted by me. And they're like, there she is. I left. You
going out and painting, like, that hasn't put you in no dangerous situations?
Oh, yeah. Graffiti? Hell yeah. I got in so much trouble doing graffiti. I got jumped so many times.
By men or women?
Women.
You thought about it.
I mean, I have gotten hit by a guy. That's why. I definitely have gotten hit.
Over tagging or over painting on a wall.
You know, my life has had a lot of dysfunction in my teenage years. I don't really remember all of it. I don't know. It's hard for me to pull from all the crazy files.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've gotten hit by a man over graffiti.
But you have been hit by a man before, right?
I have been hit.
You talked about you rapped about it.
Yeah.
Goddamn. So growing up in Northeast LA, even though like people are tripping over you painting on walls, you still decide to do it. Why?
Because I had an obsession with graffiti. You know, and before I started rapping, graffiti was my art. Graffiti was my way of expressing myself. And I really liked graffiti because you can express your art on the wall and everybody sees it, but nobody knows who you are. So you can just keep living life and nobody knows it's me up on that freeway overpass, you know? But now with what I'm doing, I have to show my face. It's kind of part of the package deal. But I will say that the first couple years of me rapping, when I started, I never showed my face. Because when I did graffiti, I used to go by Reverie.
You always tagged Reverie?
I always tagged Reverie. No, I mean, I had other toy names before I had Reverie.
Can you say the names?
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, the last name I had before I changed to Reverie was Baby.
That's cool.
I think I was
cool.
like 15 when I started going by Reverie. I also used to write Rowdy.
Rowdy.
That was the first thing I ever tagged when I was like 8 years old or 9 years old. Rowdy.
Yeah.
Because I was always like a crazy kid until I was like, name me, guys. And they're like, Rowdy. And I remember like the homegirl gave me like my first letters. Like she wrote letters on a page for me to copy. And I thought it was so cool. Tagging it with a Sharpie in the Highland Park Recreation Center bathroom. Like that was how I started. What other names did I have? I used to write Banter.
That one's kind of cool.
It is cool. It's a cool name.
Rowdy seems kind of... That one's kind of wacky. Keep it a buck. Banter's cool, though. Banter's cool.
Banter is cool. Those are the ones I can remember off top, but definitely went through a few trying to find like the perfect one. But so when I started rapping on MySpace, I didn't show my face for the first couple years.
Damn, MySpace.
That's when I started.
Back.
I was a baby. I was a kid.
What year was this?
The first time I put out a song, I think it was in 2000. I always fuck up the years. 2008. Yeah, probably 2008. So you.
I
was a senior in high school.
Okay. But you went from graffiti to doing music, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't like for a job.
No, yeah, you're just doing it.
I just did it because I wanted to do it, and I actually wasn't even gonna put out my music. Actually, I went to go record in the studio, and then my friends knew I went to go record, and they're like, "Oh, Jordan, let me hear your music," and I was like, "No, I don't want to hear it." And come on. And my friends bitched at me so much that I finally showed them, and they're like, "Oh my God, I want to show my cousin. Can you put it on MySpace so I can show my cousin?" And then they showed their cousin, and their cousin showed their cousin, their cousin showed their neighbor, and next thing you know, I'm having another buzz in Northeast Los Angeles because people already knew my name from doing graffiti. So when I started rapping, they were like, "Oh shit, that's the fucking Tagger girl, Reverie. That's her. Now she's rapping. That's crazy." So I kind of had like a little buzz going on already in the Northeast from that. So then when I started rapping, it was like, yeah.
And at one point in time, did you see like a boost in your rap career or in your music career?
I mean, I would say it was immediate.
Oh, immediate.
Only because, like I said, I was already buzzing in Northeast LA because of my graffiti. So then when I started rapping, it was already like the next like push.
So
you know what I mean?
Was there ever a moment in your career where you did see a significant rise in your music career? Or you feel like it's just always been slowly increasing?
I think that my rise has been a slow and steady increase. A lot of people have like, they go viral or they're like on a TV show or they're like, you know, I'm like, I have had some moments of like a viralness, but I wouldn't say that I had like a big step like that, like to the point. No.
There was never a viral Reverie moment.
I mean, I've had a few things go viral. No, I mean, I've had a bunch of things go viral.
Yeah.
But it's been a steady, slow move up. And that's great. I think that's great because when I was first starting off, I would be a little bit jealous and envious of people who got like viral right away, like, you know, because I thought that I was better than them or whatever, and I was just entitled, and I didn't know how it worked yet, you know. But now it's crazy because 9 out of 10 people that blew up like that back then, I'm ahead of them now. And it's like the things that I've learned in the last 10 years of my career on this slow, steady slope, all this in here, I cannot imagine that being missing all the knowledge if I just got the success that I have right now. Like the things I've learned in the last 10 years, there's no way I could have handled that major success. Like no wonder those people fell off. You know, like it's impossible. In my eyes.
Right.
In my eyes.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
And going back to the MySpace era, right? So before we transitioned from MySpace to Facebook, how was your music career during the MySpace era?
It wasn't a career in the MySpace era. It was just me starting. It was just me starting. And then I remember that the first time I dropped a project, it was called Castle in the Air. It was in 2009. And MySpace used to have a play counter. And we got 3,000 plays in 24 hours. And when that happened, me and Loudon were like, oh, shit, that's a lot of plays. Like, we could probably do
3,000.
Yes, but that was 3,000 in 2009.
Right.
I don't know what the equivalent of that would be now.
That's a lot back then.
That's a lot. I don't know what that would be like. 50,000 probably now. You know, like there was not a lot of artists on the internet back then. You know, we got the Nas pillow. That's so funny. So that was the first moment where we were like, oh damn, maybe we could do something with it. Like, just kind of the ball started rolling. Yeah.
So boom, right? MySpace dies. We transition to other platforms. At one point in time, do you start seeing some income coming in from the music?
Come here. I started seeing income from my music. I would say it was 2012. And it was when I started doing those tours, like I was telling you.
So about like 3 years after you started.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh, hold up, my bad. I forgot. My bad. Before we get into that, at this time, were you already? Because I know you used to be fucking around with the rap battles too.
I didn't really fuck around with the rap battles. I did one rap battle, and it was
just one.
really famous, and everybody still
went
talks
viral?
about it to this day.
It went viral.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that I was a battle rapper, but I just did one battle, and I would do it again, but I'm not the best at like planning way ahead, and I just like to create when I create. So me having to write verses and memorize them for everybody was just not for me. Obviously, that's why I flopped. And the other girl remembered her lines, and all the battle rappers remember their lines. They're all written. Everyone thinks they're freestyles, and none of them are freestyles. But it just wasn't for me.
But you tried it though.
I did try it.
So
I tried it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried it. It was definitely not a good try.
It was a learning lesson though, at least.
It was a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So boom, right? 3 years after, so you start seeing some income coming in, but you're still doing a 9 to 5, I'm assuming, or still having a job.
At the time, I was working at weed dispensaries, and I was doing really well there. They wanted to make me a manager, and they were talking about possibly giving me my own store soon. And I was doing these backyard shows and little tours on the side at the time, and they basically were like, "Yo, we love you here, and we want you to move up in our company, but also we really believe in your music, and we think that what you're doing is bigger than what we got for you right here. So we're not saying you have to go, but we're kind of encouraging you to go because we see you doing something, and we love you, and we want you to do you." And at the time, this was when weed dispensaries were super illegal still. Now they're corporate.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Like,
Yeah,
was
like
that 2012?
It was I started working at weed dispensaries like in 2009, and then I was probably working at them till like 2012. Yeah, and I went to jail so many times, like us getting raided. We would get raided. They would take everything, rob us, not report the raid. We would be in jail. We all had to get bailed out. Some people would run their mouth.
And you weren't even the owner. You were an employee, and you would still they would still take you in.
Well, yeah, because they don't care if you're just an employee or part of the operation.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You're there getting paid cash.
That's true.
And I wasn't saying anything when they came in asking questions either. Who's running this place? How much are you guys making? What are you guys doing here? Where are you getting your, like I wasn't going to be the one to say anything. So hell yeah, they took me in. Time and time again.
But they encouraged you to start pursuing music, right?
Yeah.
And you did, right? I'm assuming.
I did. I was already doing it, and then after one of the shops closed down. I was going all the way to Riverside. I loved this company.
God damn, Riverside?
Yes. And I was living in LA. I worked, I don't know how many dispensaries I worked for I don't know if I could say his name, but he knows who he is. Shout out to you. I loved working for him so much. I worked at like 4 or 5 of his.
What were you, a bud tender?
I was a bud tender, yeah. And I was also
Reverie's a bud tender.
I was also making clones.
Oh, cones?
Clones.
Oh, clones.
I was a cloner.
Yeah.
I would cut them and then plant them and then water them. And I was like, the cultivator, on the little scale, just at the shop,
Yeah.
But it was fun, and after the shop I was at that time, it was in Riverside. We got raided a couple times, and then everybody was like, "It's not gonna work here. Like Riverside is not ready for this." Like, because all the shops would get raided, but it wouldn't be like so bad. Some areas are worse than others. Anyways, point being, the shop closed, and that's when I was like, okay, maybe I think I could finally like be on my own now, and I won't go back with them again. Yeah, because that's when I was starting to see a little bit of money coming in for my shows and my merch.
And since then, since the dispensary days, have you had a 9 to 5, or has it all been music money since then?
It's all been music money since then. Since 2015, that's when I have been doing this full time, professionally. Meaning I pay my rent and I pay all my bills and I pay all my staff.
Yeah.
With the money I'm making with my own two hands. And which is primarily from my music. Sorry, my
Is that your phone? No, you're good.
Yeah.
Want to get it? I mean, damn, shit. So it's 2015, so it was like 6 years for you to really get it off the ground and like sustain your lifestyle up until that point.
Yeah, I guess so. I've never thought about it.
That's a long time coming.
That is a long time.
Mm.
That is a long time. But I just really liked doing it. Really liked doing it. Really, and it wasn't even really like a planned thing, you know. Like it kind of just happened
Naturally.
And what I mean by that is like being a rapper is not my dream job. It just started popping off and I started making money from it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm making money doing this. Let me keep doing it. Let me do this now. Let me do that. And now I'm 10 years later, been to 28 countries, making good money.
So deep in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was not really like the plan. It kind of just happened.
You feel like you more so just followed your gut and it took you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So boom, right? 2015. How does it feel to like sustain your lifestyle with the money, with doing something that you love at that point?
At that point?
Yeah.
In 2015?
Yeah.
I felt like I ruled the world.
Yeah.
When I moved out of my grandma's house with my rap money, I felt like I ruled the world. I was like, let me think back to that. Oh, yeah, I remember her. She was full of herself. She was excited. She was free. She was proving everybody wrong that told her she couldn't do it. She was opening doors for, you know, people in my community.
Yeah.
Latinas, women, even in my family. Like, nobody in my family is an artist. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew that it was something special.
A lot of people, especially content creators, when they start getting money from their content or their music or whatever it may be, they move to downtown LA, right? And I lived in downtown LA. I know you posted about it. That's why I know. You stayed in downtown LA. How do you feel?
I lived there for a few years.
Yeah. Do you recommend like any other content creators or people in the entertainment business to move to downtown LA? Or is it just a waste of income? Because you're just paying like 3 bands and rent. But do you feel like it's worth it? Do you suggest other content creators or people in the entertainment business to move to LA, to move to downtown LA if they want to come to LA?
Oh my God, if they want to come to LA, fuck no. Hell no, it's way too expensive. If you're coming from like Indiana, fuck no. If you're from LA and you live in an LA neighborhood and you know downtown and you want to move there and you have the money to do it, go ahead. But if you're just moving here from Colorado or Connecticut, do not move to downtown. It's so expensive. Like where I want to live. I was going to say where you want to live, but where I want to live. Where I live in downtown is the expensive
I know exactly because I know that view because I stayed right there in the same one.
Yeah, then you know
That's
it's
nice.
a
That's
lot
fun.
of money.
Yeah.
Now I've had 3 different spots there.
I'm talking about the one by the Staples or the Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
But that's all the 3 spots that I lived in downtown. It was all that neighborhood, the South Park area. That's like
that's the nicest area. Yeah. So you don't recommend other people to move?
Hell no, it's hella expensive. It is so expensive. Yeah, like if you want to blow, like you said, like at least 3 racks a month for somewhere nice. Like,
do you like the city or do you kind of like your own privacy, having your own home?
I like both. Right now, the last 2 years, I could say now because I'm leaving. The last 2 years, I moved in Mid-City. I lived in Mid-City in LA. So it was close to downtown, but I was living in downtown for a few years and I just wanted some like peace and quiet. And I wanted to live in a residential area. I wanted to relax and feel like a home, you know, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the past couple years living in a regular place, and I am thinking about moving back to downtown though when I come back.
Oh, so this is temporary. You moving out is temporary then?
Yeah. I don't know how long that's going to be, but...
You rep LA so hard. Why would you want to leave?
Because I can. I can leave right now and take my life with me and I'm single, I have no kids.
Because I
I can
That was
make
a fire
my
answer.
living anywhere I go. I have friends all over the world with studios. So this year, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my home base, and then I'm just going to travel to whatever country I want and make an album. And stay there with a friend for free while I work. You know, and because I can. Because I've cultivated those relationships. Because I've proven that I'm worth people doing that for me. Because I'm nice. Because I'm a cool person to be around. People love my energy. Like, even outside of just the work. You know, people like being around me. I'm a nice person. I'm a good friend. So it's possible for me.
Yeah. I've seen you in Mexico too. I know you came out, you were out there working in Mexico.
I'm thinking about going down there for a month and making an album there. Yeah, that's one of the places that's on my mind right now.
Hey, no, that's cool that you're even in a position to do that, you know, and doing it off something based that you love. That's fire as fuck. A lot of people aspire to be in your position. I don't know if you know that, but you know, a lot of people are stuck doing dead end jobs, and I, like, me personally, like, I feel like it's a blessing, you know.
It is a blessing. It's a huge blessing, and I think that anybody who's doing anything remotely close to what I'm doing needs to really think about that. I feel like a lot of the times people like me who are like overachievers and go-getters and people with an audience or a platform, whatever you want to say, a lot of times we're so busy chasing. And once we get to the level we wanted to get to, now we need the next level. We're never satisfied. No matter how many levels I go, I always want them to go, now the next. It's never enough. And like the past couple years of my life, I'm really, really trying to teach myself to appreciate where I'm at, and also to congratulate myself and clap for myself and appreciate my accomplishments. So I just want to say, anybody out there with an audience, yourself included, and them too, we need to appreciate what we're doing more. We need to reflect and congratulate ourselves more. We need to be present more.
Yeah.
Because we are blessed. We're very, very blessed. Like you said, a lot of people are stuck at jobs that they hate. And that's a lot of people's reality. 5 days a week for fucking 40 years. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes my life feels like that too. But usually it doesn't. Usually it feels really good.
Are you of Mexican descent, like your parents?
My mom's family is Mexican and my dad's family is Ecuadorian.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you then, right? Because recently there has been a lot of protest nationwide, not just LA. You know, people protesting the mass deportations going on in America. So since you are of Mexican descent, how do you feel about what's going on right now?
When it comes to the mass deportation raids, I feel like it's a complicated answer, and I'm going to start with the beginning. Logically, without any emotions involved, there needs to be rules about the border. There needs to be rules about who's let into the country. There needs to be rules about immigration. But emotionally, because I am of Latino descent, I don't like it. It's affecting my people negatively. They're targeting my people. And it's not like they're looking for European illegal immigrants. They're not looking for any other people that are illegal, Asian, black, whatever. They're just looking for brown illegal immigrants. So I think that's fucked up. And I have friends who are illegal. I have friends whose parents are illegal. My Mexican family came here illegally. My dad literally just got his citizenship like a month ago. Like that's where I come from. So logically, I know there needs to be rules, but because it is something that's affecting my personal life and the people I love, it's an issue that I don't like. But I think it's important to say that it's an emotional thing because people need to learn to separate logic and emotion. And we also need to acknowledge that sometimes it's not just about logic. And sometimes it's not just about emotion, you know?
It's definitely a tricky situation, especially for Mexican Americans who voted for Donald Trump, because it's like you agree with his policies, but at the same time, like it's your people that he's, you know, pretty much sending back, right? The immigrants, right? Which just, I know there's other immigrants from other countries, but by and large in California, Hispanics do make majority of the immigrants in the state, right? So I feel like that kind of puts them in a pickle, sort of say, because it's like you support what he's doing, but at the same time you don't. Like there's some policies you do, but you don't.
Yeah, I feel like that's how I feel about a lot of political issues. I'm pretty in the middle about a lot of political issues, including the immigration. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I think a lot of things that he does is really awesome, but I think a lot of things that he does are really shitty as well. But that's how I feel about every politician.
Yeah,
I didn't vote for Trump, but I also didn't vote for Kamala.
Right.
And I didn't vote for Biden. And I don't honestly, I haven't even voted like the last. Actually, you know what? I did vote, but I didn't vote for them. I voted for Robert F. Kennedy. That's who I voted for. And then in the last election, I didn't vote on the last winners either. I voted for Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
I usually don't vote for like the main candidates at the top because I always like, it's like how people say like, oh, you have to pick the lesser of two evils. Like, no, you don't.
They do be saying that.
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
In the Hispanic community, MC Magic has been receiving a lot of backlash because an old clip surfaced from him about 4 to 5 months ago on the bootleg Kev podcast where he pretty much supported Trump. And a lot of his following are people who don't agree with Trump's policies.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people trying to cancel MC Magic?
I feel like people trying to cancel MC Magic is ridiculous. And I also feel in general, like anybody who cuts somebody off because they have a different political opinion than them is crazy. I think that's nuts. Like, we don't have to agree on everything in life. Like, I think it's kind of strange. Like, I have some friends who are Trump supporters, you know, and I have some friends who are Kamala supporters. And I feel like politics is something that's kind of like religion. It's like, you can believe what you want to believe, just don't force it down my throat. You can vote for who you want to vote for, just don't force it down my throat. And also, I'm not really a big political person, so you will never catch me like arguing about either side. Like, I'm never gonna be like, oh, Trump, Kamala, oh, like that's not really my area of expertise. Or I also don't give a fuck. Whoever is the president, they're not gonna do anything for me, okay? Blue or red, I don't really care. MC Magic is dope. He's entitled to have his opinions, and people who want to silence other people, well, they're not gonna like the next 4 years because censorship is over, bitch. That's what I gotta say.
Have you had to deal with a situation where you got canceled?
People are always threatening to cancel me. Yeah, all the time.
Over?
People want to cancel me.
Over what?
Oh, the other day, actually, a few people have been like saying, "Oh, we're canceling you this last week," because I know it's so stupid because I guess there was obviously the protests a week ago, like for the ice raids. And then I guess there was like this brand there. And then I guess somebody was like saying, fuck you to the brand. And then somebody threw a water bottle at the person saying that. And then this page featured it. And then everyone in the comments was like, oh, how could they throw the water bottle? They're inciting violence. It's supposed to be a peaceful protest. I'm like, what the fuck? You're saying fuck you. They were literally going like this. Fuck you. And then expecting them not to do anything. Like, people got it all fucked up. The internet makes people so brave. People are keyboard warriors, and they think that because they could say anything they want in the comments on Instagram, that in real life they could do that too. But in real life, you get fucked up. Or you get a water bottle thrown at you. And I've seen it. I've seen it happen in real life. I've been the person to regulate in real life myself. People want to act all big and bad on the internet. But in real life, it's a different story. You know? So I said that on the fucking post. I was like, people act so big and brave, and then they want to cry when they get swung back on. Like, what did they expect was going to happen? And there's people in the comments, oh, but it was just words. Like, you're going to use violence with words. That's not the flex you think it is. Like, okay, bitch, whatever you want to say, you're going to get mollywopped.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Yeah. And everyone's trying, oh, you're a cancel Reverie. Oh, she's supporting this brand. I don't even know that brand. I literally don't even know them. I'm just literally saying the facts. If you say fuck you to someone in real life, you better be ready to be swung on. Yeah. That's it. Right?
It's a lot of playing victim.
Fair. It's a lot of playing victim. Yeah. It's a lot of playing victim. All this victim shit is so tired. It is so tired.
Cancel culture definitely is on the rise for sure, and it seems like it's not going nowhere. Yeah. I feel like back in the day, that wasn't really going on, you know. But I feel like nowadays it's like it's a popular thing to do.
Yeah.
You know.
People are always threatening me that they're gonna cancel me and say, "You can't cancel me because I stand by what I say." I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. And if somebody wants to say I offended them, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What I said is what I said. And that's always how I've been since I first started. That's why people like me. That's how it is. I'm not scared of being canceled. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Anybody that's trying to cancel me has never bought a fucking shirt, has never been to a concert. And even if they have, it was 10 years ago, and they don't support anymore, and they can suck a dick. You know, like, I don't need them. I'm good. I'm chilling. Big chilling over here.
And
Consistency beats the cancel.
Shit, 2025 just kicked off. What can we expect from Reverie?
I'm going to drop a song every single week this year. So I've dropped a song every week for the past like 7 weeks, I think, or 8 weeks. And I'm going to do that the whole year. I also am hoping to drop 2 albums this year. Yeah. But you can expect at least 52 songs from me. Every single week I'm dropping.
Is that facts though? Because a lot of artists do be saying that and then they never follow through. How many songs do you got in the vault right now to where you could drop every week?
I mean, I have 2 albums that are in the final stages.
2 albums worth. Okay.
And then singles, I have like, I would say there's probably between 15 and 20 right now that are being worked on. Yeah. I have a lot of music that I haven't released. I make so much music. I have so much creativity. You know, some artists get like, I have writer's block. I have an artistic block. I never get an artistic block. I don't know how people get artistic blocks because I live in Los Angeles, and when I go outside, I'm inspired. There's just so much to talk about.
I know a lot of people. Well, I'm not going to speak for me personally. Like, that's kind of true. Like, being in LA and being inspired. I'll go to somewhere, like, let's say by a mountain or by a beach, and kind of go out there just to work, you know, just to make content. Are you that way too? Where, like, you'll go somewhere and stay out there for a couple days just to make content or just to make music?
No, I don't do that.
Okay, I be doing that. I be doing that.
You know what? I know, actually, I shouldn't say I don't do that. I do that. I do that, but usually when I travel, like, on tour. Like, for example, I was in Barcelona. When was I in Barcelona? I think in March. Last March, I did a European tour. And then at the end, I went to Barcelona for, like, I don't know, a week or something. And I was just, like, trying to wrap up that album. And then, like you said, you saw that I went to Mexico for a week to do music. And I was in France for, like, a few days to do music. So I guess I do that, yeah. But it's not over here. It's like out of the country usually. Yeah.
Polite shit.
And I would like to do that here, but honestly, it's very expensive, and I'm very cheap with certain things. I'm not gonna pay to rent a house at the beach here.
Yeah, no,
too much fucking money.
Maybe
we could go to Mexico and do it.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm cheap with that shit, and I don't want to pay that much money.
You said you went to Barcelona, right? So on TikTok, it's trending that they made it a thing to where they don't want no type of tourists coming into Barcelona.
I saw that.
When you went to Barcelona, did you experience that?
Hell no. Look at me. You think they're going to do that shit to me? They know what time it is. I dress like this over there, too.
Oh, shit.
Hell no. People are scared of me, even though I'm really nice.
Yeah.
I'm really nice, but I'm very intimidating to a lot of people. People are very scared of me. Like, if they don't know who I am. If they know who I am, too.
So Barcelona,
but it's just like my tattoos and I guess the way I carry myself, the way I dress.
Yeah, you definitely got an LA swag.
Yeah.
For sure. Barcelona was cool then.
Barcelona's amazing.
They made it seem like it was a big thing. Like,
I mean, it was.
They had
like
posters up.
No, they were throwing like drinks at people.
Oh shit.
But I think it was like more like white European people
they
or
think
like
they could get away with it on.
Yeah, and also like this is the thing. Like a lot of Europeans hate Americans because Americans go to Europe and then they want the Europeans to live by the American standards. Oh, can you swap out my fries with a mashed potato? Oh, can you just put oat milk instead of dairy? I have an allergy. Oh, can you just give me the
that's
kids'
an American
meal?
thing.
Yeah, it's an American thing. Over there, they don't play that shit. They're like, hell no, this is how it comes. You want it or not? Order that thing if you don't want that thing. You know, and Americans come over there and they feel entitled and they want everybody to be like them. And then they get upset. And then they write a bad review on TripAdvisor. But it's like, that's not their culture.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of Europeans don't like us, because how we act like that. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about like tourists. I acted like that when I first got out there, but I learned real quick. Oh, they don't play that. So now when I go over there, like, I don't ask for none of that funny shit.
Did you have like a shock, a cultural shock, like when you're out in one of these countries?
Oh, yeah. It's a culture shock every time. To me, it's still a miracle when I go and travel somewhere. It's amazing. Whenever I touch down in Germany, whenever I touch down in France, when I touch down in Brazil, every country I go to, I go there, even if it's my 15th time being there, I go there like it's the first time. I'm still very in awe that I get to do this with my life. I'm still very grateful. I think I'm more grateful now than I was 10 years ago when I first started doing this. I'm way more grateful. And so I go to every place like it's going to be the last time. Because it could be. And even if it's not, that's how I should treat it, because it's a miracle. What I'm doing with my life is the fucking miracle. You know, when we started the interview, I talk about how I've survived attempted murders. I'm also talking about now how I've been to 28 countries with my music. That's a miracle. So I need to always remember that, and I have to treat it as such, because I can't lose sight in the fact that what I'm doing is spectacular and it can be taken away from me at the drop of a dime. You know? That's how I feel about it.
Have you ever felt in your music career that like, damn, like this isn't working out, maybe I should go back to getting a 9 to 5? And how did you deal with that?
I still feel like that. And that's so funny you said that. Literally like a week ago, I was with my dad and I was just like, damn, I'm tired. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years.
What do you mean, like tired? Like burnt out?
I'm burnt out. Tired, like emotionally, spiritually, physically. Like, what I do is exhausting. That's why nobody can do it. That's why there's so few people that are as successful as I am. I'm not Beyonce, but I'm pretty fucking successful compared to most people that come from LA that are rapping. You know what I mean? And what I'm doing is exhausting. And it's a lot of work. And especially now that I've been doing it for 10 years, I do question myself sometimes. Like, I don't even know if this is what I really want to do anymore. You know, and that's part of the reason that I'm leaving LA. Because I'm kind of trying to recalibrate and think, do I want to keep doing this rat race? Do I want to keep touring like this, never being home? Do I want to keep dealing with this instability? Do I want to keep going and having to find the work and make the connections? You know, like, it's really hard, especially like as a woman. I'm a woman, you know, and like, I love the whole women empowerment movement. It's great. I love that women can do whatever we want now in general, but also I do believe in duality of man and woman. And the older I get, the more I'm like, oh damn, like I get it. This is like some man shit. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if this is what I want to keep doing. I don't know if I would necessarily go back to getting a 9 to 5, but I mean, they would have to pay me a lot of money to go to a 9 to 5. I'll just say that. Okay, it wouldn't get paid good, but that wouldn't be completely off the table if they came at and I don't even know what that work would look like. What would that look like? But I would love it. I would love to have a stable income and have the weekends off and have just 9 to 5 and have me come into my boss telling me exactly what we're going to do today. I know what time my lunch is. Like, a planned vacation's easier.
So it's in your head.
Huh?
It's in your head.
It's in my head,
in the back of your head. Yeah.
And it started like 2 years ago. This thought of like, is this what I want to do still? So I think I'm probably pretty close to pivoting to doing something else.
Oh, shit.
It's been a couple years already that I've been feeling like this.
Pivoting away from doing music or pivoting away from the entertainment business as a whole?
Probably just pivoting away from music.
Okay.
Yeah, and not completely, but just maybe not as my main focus. Maybe I want to do acting. Maybe I want to do more fashion, designing. Maybe I want to do physical art, painting, murals. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, like art, like physical art and graphic design, and more of my fashion line, my Tory Mob. It's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to go towards more.
I feel like if you follow your gut, you'll be good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, for sure. So Tory Mob, that's crazy you mentioned that. I found out about that because I don't know if you sponsored him or what, but I seen Futures, like, he was a Bakersfield rapper. He was wearing your clothes.
Yeah.
And then that's how I found out about it. It's like, oh, wait, what? That's
cool.
Reverie? That's Reverie's what?
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Futures for rocking my Tory Mob. Hell yeah. What was his slogan? From motherfucking Bakersfield,
I'm from Bakersfield, California. Yeah. That was funny. He went viral.
That was his line. It was bad. I loved it.
Shit, well, whatever you do, you know, food community supports you.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for always supporting me and showing love. And it means a lot. I really appreciate
Yeah, no, for sure. Anything else we could expect from you besides music 2025?
I would just say stay posted, see what I'm gonna do. No, my homie's like having a baby. I'm not having a baby. I don't even have a boyfriend. I need to get married first. No, maybe next year, but definitely not this year.
Shit, well, anything you want to leave the people with?
Yeah, I would just want to say that life is hard. Life is not easy. Life is not how people make it look on Instagram. People's Instagram pages are like their vision boards. They show the best parts of their life, the best parts of their relationships, the best parts of their kids, the best parts of their weight, whatever, and they make it look like it's perfect because that's what they want to be like. And in a perfect world, they would be, but don't compare yourself to anybody because that's exactly what it is, a vision board. Everyone's life is fucked up. Everyone has awful things in their life, but also everybody has beautiful things in their life, and that's the duality. We have the night and the day, and the man and the woman, the good and the bad, and it's all a package deal. You can't escape one or the other, so don't give up. Do what you got to do. If you're uncomfortable somewhere, make a change. If you're uncomfortable around certain people, you shouldn't be around them. Have compassion for yourself, have grace, and live life like you're going to die tomorrow, and not in a reckless way, but like in an appreciation
A little
reckless. A little reckless sometimes is okay.
A little bit. Yeah.
And shout out to the full community.
Hey, that was a strong message. That's right. I fuck with that. Well, shit. There you have it, Reverie. I appreciate you coming through.
Thanks for having me.
You know, talking to the food community. So, you know, we wish none but great things for you this year.
Thank you.
Yep.
You too.
And there you have it. Food community, Reverie, we out.